quietly ready to go. Thank you, girls. I think Wyatt's looking ready. Ethan's ready. Perfect. Okay, group 1. You are at your own seat. You're at your own seat. You may open your Chromebooks and go ahead and get started on what you need to do at your own seat. Group 2. Ooh, I'm going to call on my sticks actually to see who gets the bean bags in the library today.
Just like group 5.
Group 2 and group 3, that's like table 3. Group 5 doesn't exist anymore. That won't work.
Good.
Go back to your seat, please. Go back to your
2.
seat.
It's group 2, 3.
Group 4, not a choice. Okay, we're getting closer. Group 2.
Yeah!
All right. If you are in group 2, you may take what you need and go down there. Ethan, you want over and you can get the
I already asked who's going to have the ball.
I really like people going back to their seat. Okay, my next group, group 3, you guys need to meet somewhere else and you can use the balls wherever you are meeting. So if it's in this area, that's fine. If it's over there, that's fine. But go ahead, find a spot that you can use the balls without, rolling around too much.
Cecia, you might or gonna have to get another gift bag. Oh.
All right, my last group. Take your things with you. Go ahead and meet me back there. Miles, are you Miles? Yeah. Rodrigo.
They're right next to me.
And the directions are on the board in case you don't know. This group, I've got yours. Go ahead and take these. I would yours maybe over there or right here. It's up to you.
We'll go get the clipboard. I'll go get you.
So check and make sure that someone got 2. Did someone get 2 papers? Because there's enough for everyone.
That's 2 times. Xander, I sat through the men 2 times in a row this week.
Wait, I think you already know. You know what? I can get, Jamie, will you look at the highlighter? That's fine. You can still work those. Okay, go ahead. Ooh, waterfall, waterfall. If you have the reading packet, please make sure your name and number is on the front right now.
Okay.
You want to read first?
I'll read first.
That means that someone has 2 that are stuck together. Jamie, thank you.
Do you like wannabe? I mean, wannabe like colors. I use this.
One, 2. All right, let's see. Kayla's name.
I put number 2.
All right, we are going to take turns reading this. What should we be doing at each section? Where each bold title is, what should we be doing after each section that we're reading? What do you guys think? Not popcorning. What should we do as far as the information that we're getting in each section?
Look at the question.
Have you raised your hand, Kayla?
Underline the important parts.
Okay, maybe we can underline the most important part. Is there anything else that we can do after each section that we're reading? So between each bold title of each section, Bob?
it's kind of how Kayla you said it, like underlining it, but instead of underlining it, you can highlight it.
Okay, maybe highlighting what we think is important from what we're reading in that section. Okay. You can under your own if it's going to help you.
Maybe we could write 1, 2.
Okay, if we wanted to number them maybe to help us organize it, that's a good idea too. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll start. We will popcorn read. I think I heard Alexander say that. I'll start us off with just this little sentence kind of introducing it, and then we'll take turns reading each paragraph. Okay, it goes on to the back too. It's kind of a longer one. All right, and it's a fun one because it's about crayons. So everyone following along with that first word, what is it?
Crayons.
Crayons are one of the world's most loved coloring tools. They were invented over 100 years ago with the first black crayon. Since then, crayons have changed quite a bit. Okay, so that's just kind of introducing it. So we're going to keep going. Let's go ahead and read that first paragraph. I'm going to start with Alexandra. So don't forget to tell us about that title.
What is a crayon? Crayons are a blend of color, pigment, and paraffin wax. They are melted together and molded into coloring utensils. The first crayon only came in a few select colors. Now crayons are available in hundreds of colors. They are the chosen coloring tools for many young children. Adults love them too since they do not create a big mess.
Excellent. What do you guys like better, crayons or markers, Kayla?
Crayons.
Crayons.
I don't really know because it kind of depends if like the marker is gonna bleed through the paper.
So it depends like what you're coloring. That's true. If you had a preference though of any of them, just to color anything you wanted to, what would it be?
Crayons. I think crayons because they make the picture kind of stand out.
Yeah, maybe brighter or something.
That's kind of the same. I like how it looks in colors.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to decide, but
I like crayons too. All right, what do you think is kind of the most important thing of that section that we just read? For what is a crayon? What is something that is kind of the main takeaway of that section that we read? Jamie?
Like the kind of little sections that describe how they're made.
Okay, so maybe the one that says how they are made. So does it say exactly how they are made in there?
No.
Well, are you sure? You said that maybe we can include how it's made.
Yes.
Where do you see that?
Kind of in the first sentence.
Okay, let's highlight that first sentence. So it says what they're made of. So the crayons are a blend of color pigment and paraffin wax. Do you guys know what pigment means? I'm gonna have Alexandra answer. Say the tricky word.
Pigment is like the color, like that's how we got our skin-ish color.
Yeah, so it's like a color, something that's bringing color into it. So it takes, depending on the color that they're making, they take a special color, like a dye, to make the color of whatever the crayon is that they have. And then paraffin wax is just a special kind of wax. What do you guys have at home that might be made from wax? Xander? Candles, probably. Jamie, do you think that there's any other sentence that we might be able to say is kind of the main idea of the sentence, or sorry, the paragraph that we read? I think that's great. That's a good idea. Does anyone have any other suggestions for kind of the main purpose of that little section there? I think that's a good start. Okay, Miles, go ahead. Let's talk about the history of crayons.
The history of crayons. Crayons in their modern form were not invented until the 1900s. However, the idea to blend wax with pigment dates back thousands and thousands of years. Ancient civilizations used beeswax and pigment to color on stone.
crayons have been the same since 1943. Farmers actually used hand-wrapped crayons. They did this in the winter to make extra money. Popcorn.
Today's crayons use. Crayons are now everywhere. The 100 billionth crayon was made in 1996. Just one Crayola factory came here.
Crayons are all around the world. 10 billion seven different uses. They can be purchased in package for 200. What?
I actually completely agree with you guys think.
Yeah.
I think that's a really nice sentence to write our own ideas on. I think that's a really good sentence for us to say. Kind of the main idea about this is how it started, right? And Miles, I agree with you that it's like we know now when monoliths were invented. And this, since we know it's in this paragraph of ancient civilizations that tells us back in the history, that way we know that when we go back to that paragraph, we can say, oh yeah, that's has the year that it kind of started. So that was really good.
Certain crayons have changed the middle figures. The color named flesh was renamed to peach. This was due to the fact that not all student bags colored the crayons.
Okay, Ethan, if you do not know, like, for example, say,
Oh no!
if you don't know how to say, like, Crayola, just, like,
No,
Crayons are an important part of childhood arts and crafts. They are also great for classroom coloring and rainy days.
ow, I hurt my arm for some reason. Okay, let's go to a question.
So Kayla?
Okay, Kayla K. In which section would you add information about how crayons are made?
Okay.
So, Kayla K, we're going to help you find it, but we're not going to tell you your answer, okay? Okay, all you guys try to find it. Okay.
No, Kayla K has to find it.
No, she said we find it first, and then whenever we find it, we don't tell it. We just stay silent like a mouse and do not say anything. And when she finds it, then we'll all agree if it's in that section.
Yeah.
That's what she just said. Okay, wait, what was the question again? Oh.
They don't even tell us.
Tell you?
We have to find it. Ooh, I found it. It was invented.
Wait.
What is a crayon? Crayon?
No, what is it made?
I know it's made out of wax.
no, where?
Pigment. Okay. It's made out of pigment. Okay. Whoa, wait. We have to. Guys, go. Wait. We need to highlight
Poppins, he's cleaning the soot. So they made that pigment using burnt oil. So Xander's studying what oil is. Maybe your family cooks with oil sometimes. So when it's burnt, it makes the soot. And so they would use that as that pigment in the crayons. So they made that first black crayon.
It's like sometimes the fire has like special oils. That's why it makes the
Yeah, so they didn't have really like dye available like we have now. This was in 1864, so this was a while ago. So they used the natural things around them, and that's how they made that black crayon. So I like that idea, Xander. We can go ahead and highlight that because it's talking about that first color. Is there another sentence you think we should highlight in this section? So I think we can agree with Xander that they talk about the pigment in this. I agree with that one. I like that because they're telling us now, not only did they make that black one, they included the red one also.
the red one's easy to make with red paint.
And then we'll know that when we need to think about pigment, if we have a question about it, we'll know that we need to come back to that section. Jamie, go ahead, you can read the last one on this page before we flip over.
As the 1900s came around, the two cousins ran.
Alright.
and words on the screen.
Add information about how I think that is let's see. I think it's the history. What is a crayon? And what was the question again? It's the history of crayons. Section would you add information about how popular crayons are? History crayons. Yeah, told you. That's the second one. Yeah. Brandon. Which of the following would
Actually, no, it isn't. Is so in this. Perfect. So what is this section about? Don't flip yet, you guys. What do you think is kind of the main idea of that? What are they talking the most about? And you don't have to come up with a sentence yet, just kind of thinking about it. What do you think that whole section is just mostly about?
that they're coming up with different ideas?
What kinds of ideas specifically? Yeah, you know what? I think that's a great sentence that we can highlight, that they started making other things like pencils and chalk for classrooms.
Mrs. Fischetti.
What was the rest of this sentence?